Hello Mon Petite and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another fashion video. A video I have been so excited to film because today we're going to be talking about one of my favourite topics, and that is being a Lizzie McGuire outfit repeater. There is nothing that brings me more joy than adding an item into my wardrobe that I know I can outfit repeat time and time again. I can style up in so many different ways with loads of different pieces from my wardrobe that I can dress up or dress down. And I've been really thinking recently about my spring capsule wardrobe, and particularly those items that create the foundational basis of so many of my spring outfits, my most worn pieces in my collection. So I've created a list of 10 pieces of my most worn items that I wanted to show you guys today and talk you through. A lot of these items in my wardrobe are years old, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna leave similar items linked down below if you do want to refresh or update your own capsule wardrobe and add pieces in that you know you're gonna get your cost per wear out of, that are gonna stand you in good stead and are gonna really work hard in your spring capsule wardrobe. So let's jump straight into the video. I can show you my top 10 most worn pieces in my capsule wardrobe. Number one just had to be a cropped jacket. In springtime, this is my most reached for piece of outerwear. And it's funny because I, for the longest time, really struggled finding a beautiful, elegant piece of outerwear that I can add into my wardrobe. If you're a short girl like me, you might face a few of the same struggles I do. And one thing I really struggle with is blazers. So many girls just rock blazers, and I really struggle with how overwhelming they can be on my frame. If I go too fitted, I look like a schoolgirl. If I go too oversized, I look like I'm wearing my mum's clothes. So I was trying to find an alternative that I can wear instead that still gives off that same vibe, that same aesthetic that a blazer does. And for me, a cropped jacket is exactly that. Now, if you follow me on Instagram or you've been keeping up to date with any of the vlogs, then you may know that I have quite a few different cropped jackets in my collection. I've been adding quite a few to my report, but when deciding which one to show you in this video, I just had to go for my oldie but goodie Sandro jacket. This is probably the one that's been in my wardrobe for the longest time, and actually might just be the jacket that kicked off my obsession with cropped jackets. It's a beautiful black tweed, and I feel like it's the perfect piece that you can dress up or dress down. For me, black is such a universal color. I wear it in the daytime, I wear it in the evening. I love it styled up how I'm wearing now, with just like a pair of trousers, a little tee for more kind of daytime styling, if you're going out for lunch, heading into London, going for meetings. But easily it can be changed into something a bit more evening appropriate with just a gorgeous little evening wear outfit underneath. Chuck it over your shoulders and you are good to go. These are the kind of pieces that I feel like are not trend led in the slightest, which means they last in your wardrobe. You don't need to worry about it dating or going out of style. It is such a classic piece, and definitely my most worn outerwear piece at this time of year. Now let's talk about what I'm wearing, because these are also pieces I want to include in this video. And if you've been keeping up to date with the vlogs, you're probably sick to death of seeing me wearing a plain black tee, whether it's short sleeved or long sleeve. It is all I am wearing at the moment because it is so easy to style. It is so timeless, it is so classic. In fact, in my latest vlog, I literally take this from day to night. I'm wearing it with a silk scarf during the day, add some pearls for an evening look. It is so easy. This is actually just a little H&M number, super affordable, that I've had in my wardrobe for about 4 years now. It has really lasted the test of time. One of those items where once you buy it once, you never need to buy it again for the longest time. It is such a staple to have in your spring wardrobe. And I'm sure you guys all recognize these trousers that I'm wearing, because I have had these in my wardrobe for about 5 years now, I want to say. I've had them for the longest time, and I've actually only just recently updated them. I've added a new pair which are very similar to these, so I'll leave those and a few other options linked down below. So I wanted to have a couple in my rotation so that if I've maybe marked them, they're in the wash, or even if I have something that's maybe slightly off color. Cream can be a very difficult color to match, so I have a few more kind of like warmer creams, a few more cooler creams, so I wanted to have another pair in my collection, and I picked up a pair from Abercrombie. This is a pair from Caramel, which I absolutely adore. And it's really funny because I have had these for such a long time, and I know so many girls that tell me that they are terrified of wide leg trousers. Petite girls that are, and honestly, I cannot tell you as a petite girl how flattering wide leg trousers are. If you're one of those girls that have been a little bit scared to pull them off, take this as your sign to buy the cream trousers and give them a go, because honestly, they elongate your legs so much. I find it really funny being online because I feel like you can't quite gauge my size, my height very well when it's just on camera. It's not until somebody is next to me or meets me in real life when they realize quite how small I am. Particularly on TikTok, nobody seems to believe me. I'm always being asked, how do I constitute myself as petite? What classes me as petite? What my actual height is? And standing at only 5 foot tall or 152 centimeters, nobody ever believes me when I tell them. And that's because a lot of the pieces that I add into my wardrobe give me that elongation, give me that elevation, and that kind of illusion of height. And wide leg trousers give me exactly that. I have worn these to so many events for so many different occasions. They are just the easiest thing to sling on and look effortlessly chic. They go with everything in my wardrobe and are definitely one of my most worn pieces that I could not live without in springtime. Next up, I'm sure it's going to be no surprise to anyone that I could not live without, is a waistcoat. I've created quite the collection. I have so many different styles and types and colors in my collection, but in today's video I just had to show you this one. My favorite Slimline Suzanne waistcoat. This is one that I actually picked up last year, quite towards the beginning of the year, and got so much wear out of it in spring, summer, autumn last year, and I'm so excited to see how much wear I'm already getting out of it this year as well. One of the things that Suzanne does that I absolutely adore is re-release pieces, and this is when you know that those items, even though they're a little bit more of an investment, are staple pieces, because the fact that they have brought out the exact same item year in, year out just goes to show that it doesn't date, it doesn't go out of style. They're clearly still getting sales from it. So many people are now adding it into their wardrobes when you've already had it for a long time. I absolutely adore that. And I was actually a little bit anxious when I first bought this, how it was actually going to fit me as a petite girl. Being a little bit longer lined, I wasn't sure if it was going to work, be a little bit overwhelming, but I think you can agree with me that this is such a flattering waistcoat. The way that it knits you in at the waist and the long line kind of detailing to it really helps elongate my torso. As a petite girl, my shortest part of my body is actually my torso. It's something that I do sometimes struggle with regards to dimensions of things like dresses and tops, particularly blazers, but I feel like this really helps give that elongation and length in my torso, which I absolutely adore. And I feel like this is one of those pieces that you can style out in so many different ways. I've worn this with slip skirts, I've worn this with matching trousers underneath if you want to create a little bit more of like a matchy set, but I do kind of love it styled this way, where it's a little bit more almost like juxtaposing. You get that real contrast from the cream trousers to the black waistcoat. I think it looks so effortlessly stylish, very model off-duty vibes, which I absolutely adore. It is safe to say that this is one of my most worn pieces in my spring wardrobe, and I cannot wait to get more wear out of it this year. And speaking of slip skirts, it wouldn't be a PetiteElliee video without a little slip skirt included. No matter what time of year it is, no matter what season, a slip skirt will always be in my capsule wardrobe. I just cannot live without them in spring, summer, autumn, winter. I've styled out the black one with this waistcoat and I absolutely love how it looks. But again, monochrome contrasting detail I just think works so well for the warmer months. And this is what I love about creating a capsule wardrobe, is how easy pieces pair well together, how many outfits you can create from the same items, and how much you can switch up a look. I feel like from just switching up the cream trousers to a cream slip skirt, it takes the look from much more of like a daytime, lunchtime look to something a little bit more evening appropriate. I have worn this a lot for date nights, drinks with the girls, going out for family meals. I absolutely adore it. And I feel like a slip skirt is just one of those pieces you can't go wrong with in your wardrobe. I always shop high street when it comes to my slip skirts. Places like H&M, Zara and M&S are my favorite places to shop slip skirts. I feel like they just do them so beautifully. They're timeless, they're classic and really high quality without having it to break the bank. It really does go to show that an investment item isn't always spenny. It isn't always adding. It just goes to show that investment items aren't always necessarily the most expensive pieces in your wardrobe, but sometimes the items that you get the most amount of wear out of. You may have noticed I've been wearing the same shoes in all of these clips with all of these outfits. And I think it is no surprise to anyone that my slingback ballet flats are my most worn spring shoes. These to me are the epitome of a capsule shoe, the kind of thing that I have worn weekend styling, I have worn to events in London, I have worn to meetings, I've worn to weddings when I haven't wanted to wear heels. They are just the perfect piece in my capsule wardrobe. They're so comfortable, and an item I actually got last year that I wore all throughout spring, all throughout summer, autumn, a little bit of winter. So it's safe to say that they are a really versatile piece. Now, when it comes to slingbacks, you can spend a lot of money. You can go for the gorgeous investment ones like Chanel, Dior. I definitely do have a pair of Dior's on my wish list, but finding high street dupes is my favorite thing to do. These are actually from Munich. They cost less than £30, and I have gotten so much wear out of them. So I'll leave a few links down below, a few different places that you can shop beautiful classic slingbacks that go with everything in your wardrobe. Slip skirts, jeans, trousers, dresses. I honestly don't know where I would be without these shoes. Now, it wouldn't be a capsule wardrobe video without talking a little bit about denim. And it took me a really long time to decide what pair of jeans to include in this video, because what my favorite pair of jeans are, what my most worn pair of jeans are, slightly two different things. I love a wide leg pair of jeans. I just find them so flattering, similarly to the trousers, really elongating. Actually, when I think about my most worn, Slimline denim is my absolute favorite. If you're petite like me, I am someone who loves the look of skinny jeans. Seeing them come back has been quite exciting for me, but I just don't think they really suit me. I think for me, Slimline is just so much more flattering. Because as well as being a petite girl, I'm also very clearly a curvy girl. I'm someone with a tiny waist, big bottom, big thighs, and quite short legs. So I really struggled to find the jeans that were the most flattering on me, that still felt current, they still felt trendy without being an on-trend pair of jeans. And I just think Slimline denim is so much more flattering than skinny jeans. Skinny jeans are a little bit too, they suck everything in and show every lump and bump, and that's not always the most flattering. So I much prefer a pair of jeans that are just nice and slimline. They really help with that elongation, and it just, again, it goes to show how easy it is to create a capsule wardrobe and how well these pieces pair together. I mean, how easy is it to take this look that I was wearing with the slip skirt from something super evening appropriate, super date night-esque, to something super casual and everyday. I love these jeans with this waistcoat. I just think they work so well together for something a little bit more casual, but still a little bit more elevated. It's really giving me model of duty vibes, which I am kind of loving. But if we want to make the look even more casual, I'm going to switch out my favorite waistcoat for my favorite shirt. Now, I'm going to be straight up with you guys, because this is the one item I'm kind of cheating on in this video. But hear me out, because I do actually have this item in another colorway, which is why I know, even though it's new, it is going to stand me in good stead and last me the test of time. This is a beautiful new Suzanne shirt that I literally unboxed in my last video. Go and check it out if you want to see what else I picked up from Suzanne, because depending on what colorway you like, depending on what kind of style, I feel like every girl needs just a beautiful oversized shirt in her wardrobe, whether that's white, a little stripy number, a little colorful number. I really wanted a beautiful blue shirt because blue is my color. It's actually the only color in this video, and I absolutely love it at this time of year. I just find it really like hopeful, really perfect for this time of year, and very flattering on my skin tone. I don't know what it is about blue, but I just feel like it makes me glow like nothing else, and I love it styled just in a really loose casual way with my favorite pair of jeans, just really undone, opening up the collar, undoing the bottom bit. You'll notice with all of these outfits, all of these items, I do a little bit of styling with each one of them. I feel like it makes the world of difference, just rolling up the sleeves, undoing the bottom buttons. I do this as well with my waistcoats. I just feel like with my very curvy shape, it's a little bit more flattering. But if you wanted to, you could easily tuck the shirt into the pair of cream trousers that you saw at the beginning of the video, and you've got a perfect workwear piece. It just goes to show how easy it is to take these outfits from more of a weekend look to more of a weekday look, and that is why I absolutely adore them, why I know this is going to last me so well in my spring wardrobe. Now, I know I already showed you one pair of shoes, but when thinking about my most worn in my spring wardrobe, another pair sprung to mind. And I have to say, I was really debating between this pair of trainers in this video, and as much as I do love my trainers, actually at this time of year I find myself reaching for my slip-on mules so much more. If you want to just be super comfortable but more of a kind of like model off duty vibes, very Nancy Myers in the aesthetic, I absolutely love these. I love walking around barefoot around my house, whether that's barefoot or just in my slippers, and it's so easy just to slip these on and run out the door. I find them so comfortable, so timeless and elegant, and I really like the fact that the Holland Cooper logo isn't too in your face. I know a lot of you guys who don't love your logos, so it's quite nice having something that's a little bit more subtle in its branding. I also love the tan colorway. For me, tan is such a spring summer color, particularly when it comes to my accessories, which probably explains why this bag is the bag I wanted to include in this video, my Mulberry Mini Alexa in tan. My most reachable bag in spring, summer, and I have to say it was really difficult to pick just one handbag because you guys know me, I have quite a collection of bags and I love reaching for different bags and styling up different styles, but I have to say when it comes to my most reached for, the bag that I find myself gravitating towards time and time again at this time of year has to be the Mulberry Mini Alexa. Now, one thing I will say about her is that she's quite a soft leather. She can misshapen quite easily, so I do like to put a little bag insert inside of her, and it just helps her hold her shape so much better. I'll leave links down below where I get my bag inserts for, because they are phenomenal, so incredible, and such a game changer for this bag. I find this is a bag that I can wear crossbody with an outfit like this. I can wear it using the top handle with a beautiful dress, my slip skirts, my waistcoats. It just goes with absolutely everything, and she's just the right size to fit everything that I need inside of her while still being really petite, really beautiful, just a gorgeous little spring summer handbag. I love the detailing on the little kind of like rope handle. I love the fact that she's a very easily recognizable bag without being overdone. Not a lot of people have the Alexa in their collection. I kind of love that about her. And of course, you guys will know there's nothing I love more than a matchy moment. Matching my shoes and my bag honestly brings me so much joy. I feel like it really helps with regards to styling, pulling the eye up, giving that little bit of elongation, and just pulls your entire outfit in together. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video and seeing my most worn pieces in my spring capsule wardrobe. It's a little bit different for me at styling them up, showing you how I'm wearing them, and also showing you how this really does curate a capsule wardrobe, how all of the items can pair well together to create so many different looks for spring summer. If you got to the end of the video, comment your favorite spring emoji down below, because I always feel like I learn a little bit about you guys and knowing what your favorite emoji is, and I always love knowing who makes it to the end of my videos. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. You can join us for fashion videos every Thursday and vlogs every Monday. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.